Okay, so starting the recording, we are now back for part 2. So, Kildrak, you were getting ready to open the door, yes?
Yep.
So, you open the door, and and you open it, and you reveal what looks to be, like an armory, perhaps. You see a rack with muskets on it, another rack with pistols, and some more medievally weaponry.
I hope
In
this is all better quality than the plate mail downstairs.
and like in the middle of the floor, a few feet inside, there's a keg. You would suppose there's probably gunpowder to go with the weapons in here. But
How long ago was this place abandoned?
Few decades.
And it's realistic to us that there'd have been gunpowder here from then?
Yeah. But before you can
I mean, that gunpowder is probably not viable anymore, but
I think he means like in terms of guns having been invented at the time, but
mhm,
I did, yeah.
but that's also true, I think.
mhm. So before you go in, there is a voice. You don't see anyone inside, but you hear a voice. Stop right there! Password, or I blow us all to hell.
Do we recognize this voice?
No.
Hmm.
On the
Sorry,
one hand-
which way to the washroom? We took a wrong turn.
Washroom's first floor. No.
Sorry.
That's
Close the
valuable
door.
information. We didn't actually find it.
Text is really, really irritating. Why can't I freely place it?
Well, you can. Everything on Roll20 just takes a little practice. Either way, we don't know the password. There's some sort of thing in there. Lucas doesn't think we'll find what we need in there, other than money, lots of money. But we can come back to that. Maybe the password will be written in one of the journals or something.
Yeah, so definitely gonna just close the doors and get the hell out of there.
Okay.
That seems fair.
But, yell back something about, okay, thank you. Well, I'll be on my way to the washroom then.
And you close the door. Very good.
I'm gonna reconnect real quick because my connection is terrible.
Okay.
Okay.
Goddamn internet deregulation.
Nope, still bad. Okay, well, we'll see how well that works.
Okay. Well, you're coming through. Well, at least. I don't know if you can hear us well, or
Okay.
if we've all turned into robots.
Yeah, I seem to be. Discord is just telling me that it's showing a red connection, 800 millisecond, 900 millisecond.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone I know from
I don't
Texas
know.
has had that problem for a couple weeks now. It
must have a
happens to
server-
coincide with a big deregulation bill. I don't know if they're actually connected or not. I don't have proof of that. I don't understand well enough how the regulation of the internet works to even comment on it, but it does seem to be a Texas problem, and it does seem to be recent.
It's very possible. I mean, based on what I know of how that all is going on, it's very possible that there's a node in between where someone else enough money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But anyways, it seems to be working well enough, so.
Yes. So, yes. You're standing in the hallway again.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can go further down and try another door. One that hopefully won't threaten to blow us up.
Ideally not. I'll try top this time, I think.
Okay. So the north side door.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Phrased it in a weird way, but
Uh, just gonna open the door in the ceiling and crawl through. No. Okay, so yeah, you enter the north side door, and there is this is appears to be a gallery. There's like another non-structurally supportive wall that goes down the down the middle, and there's like a path, and you can walk, and there's oh no, not like that.
oh wait, you mean like a wall in the middle of the room, like
Yes, like that.
yeah.
Yeah, like that. So
For
that
paintings.
for more space for paintings.
Okay.
And some of these paintings share the same themes as other paintings, but you notice that there are some other works here that appear to be by other artists. Some which show the Empire, and there's like a painting of the the Temple of Primus under the in Nilfenberg under the rising sun, and lots of art of different types. Some of scenery,
Of like landscapes.
landscapes. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Silas looks at like the Temple of Primus or like painting of Nilfenberg or something,
hmm
and comments maybe to Lucas, whoever is around, that I'm no fan normally, but I prefer these ones to the swamp creatures.
Not a fan of Nilfish architecture. What's wrong with it?
There's too much architecture for my tastes.
Too varied in style?
No, I prefer this sort of locale. He gestures to like a landscape, maybe some rolling hills if there's something to that effect.
hmm Yeah, there's something like that. There's like some rolling hills, and there's like another one that's like a mountain range overlooking like a valley.
Yeah, something with few people in the frames, so
Yeah.
Niflberg architecture is too weird and lumpy.
it's too inhabited.
It's like they've never discovered the angle.
I imagine it's very much the opposite of that, Sala.
I have to imagine something stupid about it because I don't know anything about Niflberg, so I imagine that they like design all their buildings to like look very Dr. Seussy.
That seems far too chaotic.
Or okay, actually not Dr. Seussy, but
It sounds fitting that Phil Sticker would
very-
imagine that, though.
Yeah, that does seem
Well,
like
you know-
something Phil Sticker would think.
We don't build the houses and then people come to live in them. All of that space is taken up by people who wouldn't have anywhere else to be without it.
But why are all of the windows rounded rectangles?
It's more expensive.
Yes.
So, do we see anything like of note or value here that isn't an object art?
No.
All right.
Well,
Just making sure.
Lucas is still going to investigate for like things because the art gallery seems like on a scale of like rooms in this place that this person would have done something nefarious. It tops the room with his daughter's strangled corpse in it.
Yeah, that seems to be his jam, making creepy paintings. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe if we steal one, hang it up in a moonlit room.
I should have put the put that
A
painting in.
false chanterelle, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Unfortu-
terrible idea. I would absolutely not take our characters in that direction.
If we do that, Lucas
I
is
don't-
going to have to run us a game of D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Sticker's gonna have to metagame and murder Lucas for making that joke.
Yes. So, Lucas, how are you going about investigating this room?
Well, first of all, he's just going to have a walk around and examine each of the paintings and look if any of them seems out of place. He's going to, use his cane, the handle on his cane, and sort of lift them and look behind the frames to see if there's like journals hidden behind the portrait of it, or like secret doors or safes or whatever, or switches. He's going to, look around and see if any of the floorboards look like they're a different color or anything like that. He's going to check if any of the statues look especially hideous and out of place, or if it looks like, typical, or if, there's a shelf of books, he'll look for the book that looks like it's maybe, he'll look for the books that don't move when you tap them so that he can try pulling on it to open the secret door. Typical art gallery, Nilfenbergian, nobility, secret passage junk.
Okay. Yeah. He finds over in the northwest corner, underneath the rug, there is a small, barely noticeable peephole looking down onto the first floor in that room you haven't been in yet. And looking down through it, you can see what looks to be a card table of some kind that you're looking down on from above.
Interesting. Just quickly add that to the map and we'll go from there. So, unsurprisingly, he cheated at cards. That seems exactly like what he would do. Lucas will head on back and say, nothing here related to our task, except that he cheats at cards.
I imagine that was the least of his crimes.
Well, we've certainly become aware of...
Yeah, thinking
Several
about it
more.
after a second, I don't need to imagine. Just going off the assumption that he's doing some sort of weird swamp creature magic too, in addition to murdering his daughter. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, other than that he cheats at cards, no discoveries in the gallery.
Stepping over Ixa, probably picking her up and moving her aside.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck her through a window.
Hmm.
Hey, open the door!
Oh, actually, no. There's a door back here, too.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a good one to open, which I will do if everyone's ready.
Shut up and open.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. The door has been opened.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's locked, or something, or trapped.
No, it opens. It opens and reveals a Retromach, if you can just divide this room and this block in half.
Sure.
More or less half. So you open this door and you see a it's very obviously a study. There's a desk. There's like a writing desk, with some old, like an old ink bottle. It's probably all dried up and useless now. Um, some some letters there piled on the desk. There's an unlit candle. Bookshelves on the side, like over here. A couple of bookshelves with a couple of books. There is a map of the Empire on the wall, framed. And yes.
All right. So wait, are there windows on the south wall too?
Yes, there should be a window on the south wall.
All right. Well, this time the letters are of immediate interest to Silas, at least. Not the least because he has some of them. Wants to see what sort of information these ones have. If it's just the same sort of thing, or
Well, these letters are letters that have come to him. Most of them. They are rejections, basically. People who have rejected to pay what he is asking for his research, or his art. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Alright.
packed up. There is a half-written letter, though, on the desk, and it is to a to the Empire, and he appears to a library in the Empire, and he appears to be trying to work out how to accept a lower amount. Like he's making they have rejected his initial request for gold outright, and it's all like scribbled up, and it's like, obviously this is the first draft, but he wrote 100 gold and then stopped writing, and it looks like he walked away from it at that point.
Alright, well, I mean, these things aren't quite what Silas was hoping to find, so without really taking these or anything, I suppose he'll go on to searching the desk drawers if there are any. And other people can obviously search the room. I think someone should look at the map of the Empire and force you to define the geography of the world.
Lucas is certainly going to examine the map of the Empire and either look self-satisfied at how great the mapping guild was, or look irritated that he didn't employ us, or look embarrassed about how bad it was. You can tell me. I'm going to roll investigation first.
I imagine there's something with the timing. He's like, they haven't added the new province in this one, so clearly it's from the year
Oh yeah. I
whatever.
was going to say, well, this map is a little bit out of date. Judging from what provinces are here and what towns are marked, Lucas estimates that this map is about 30 years old. The map is not a map that is meant for actual
Like navigation.
Navigation?
It's like more decorative.
It is clearly decorative.
It's one of those cartoon maps of Morristown.
God, it's like the topiary of maps.
Yeah. Yes. It isn't like cartoonish, but it is. It has flourishes, and it is not.
Lucas is going to nerd rage at it for
Yes.
about 30 seconds.
This seems an appropriate reaction. Yes. So, once that is done,
Does
Silas,
sign
right? The drawers are all empty, save for paper, bottles of ink, and quills.
Then once Lucas is finally done nerd raging, he will check the bookshelf for Journal 3
Um,
and the desk drawer and all of that.
yes. There is unfortunately no sign of the journal. There are a number of books here, but none of them jump out at you as unusual or suspicious.
Mhm.
There's some history books. There's some collections of the heraldry of the noble families of the Niflbergian Empire.
Is that one in good
Yeah.
condition?
Yes.
How many good condition books are here?
Uh,
I mean, a book's worth 25 gold. These are treasure.
yeah. There's about 4 books that haven't been eaten up by bookworms or otherwise destroyed. I'll give you a list of what their titles are after the session if you remind me, because you might want to keep some of them.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that
Well,
later when I'm not making them up off the top of my head.
Bill Sticker steals this globe.
I didn't say there was a globe in the room.
I'm sorry, I put a globe in the room.
I don't
Could
know.
be nailed.
The world might not be round. I don't know. It could be flat. You could be sailing on a disc
Well,
on the back.
maybe it's a
of-
hanging disc.
Okay.
I like to assume that Phil Sticker tries to steal the globe even though it doesn't exist.
That seems
Well,
like a thing.
I'm proud of that globe, but I'll delete it anyway.
It's easier to stow if it doesn't exist.
Oh no, the continent remained. There we go.
Yes. Yes. So Phil Sticker takes the non-existent globe and puts it in his backpack. Fortunately, it weighs nothing, so it doesn't encumber him.
It's
Yeah.
probably just a side effect of him carrying around a bag full of poisoned mushrooms.
Yes, perhaps.
The world is a sphere, and we're all falling toward the center at 9-point-something meters per second at every. He's murmuring in the corner.
Very good. So, yes. So with the books off the shelf, you're pretty sure that that is everything of monetary value in the study.
Well, on to the final door on this floor, then we'll go back down and finish the floor we didn't finish because we were douchebags.
Yes, let's examine the tic-tac-toe room.
Well, now it's just a dick.
I figured that it would probably be best to clear the board. I mean room.
Yes. Unfortunately, I just deleted the door as well, so now there's no way in. Oh no!
That's where the lab is. Smash the wall.
Alright, I'm just going to nominate Phil Sticker to lead. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Guys, I found a door directly in front of myself.
So you open the door that has spontaneous that vanished and then immediately reappeared. Because that thing seems like a thing you should do. And you enter a room. This is, both by process of elimination of being the only room on this floor that you haven't entered yet, and through being obvious from the contents, is the music room. There are a number of stools in here, along with several musical instruments. But what jumps there's a standing harp. There's a there's a case with on a table. You'd have to open it to see what's in it. But under a glass box on a wooden pedestal, there is something unusual. A flute, like a two. Is neck the right word?
Yes.
Like a two-necked.
Well, potentially.
Yeah, like a two-necked flute thing, made from what appear to be human arm bones, decorated with the skull of some small bird, and
Don't show it to Balearica.
yes.
Unfortunately, I think she can see it. We've
Oh,
got
you
that
guys
sense
share
link
vision.
going on.
Yeah. Oh.
And there's a little plaque on on the front of the thing. It says the haunting pipes of the Fever Swamp. And
Kildrak is immensely interested.
and just inside the glass case, there is a under on top of the pedestal next to it. There's a handwritten bit of paper that has been glued down in there. There's writing on it.
Yeah, Kildrak is I'm gonna say very interested in, well, everything in the room, but especially the weird flute, but also a little bit horrified.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just remember, the Queen of the Moon can't be trusted, and go ahead and play the magic flute.
I don't think Kildrak was there for all the talk about that stuff. So he just sees it like...
That was a music joke, not a related to this game joke.
Okay. I did not get it, obviously. Anyways, so I guess I'll have I guess he'll probably examine the pedestal and the glass case.
Mm-hmm.
See if he can get it open without killing everyone.
Check for a secret door underneath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So roll investigation.
Okay. Cool.
Oh no. And I was gonna ask if you had advantage too before, if you had inspiration.
Doesn't
but
matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
good thing you didn't use it.
Bill sticker's on his shoulder.
Yes. So you gave him advantage, but it didn't help. Yeah. So yeah. Looks safe. You can probably just take the glass case right off.
Obviously not, but Killdrack doesn't know that, so he's gonna try and get it open.
Yeah. Okay. So you you lift the glass covering off, but since you didn't wiggle it in the right way first to disarm the trap, as you pull it off, a spring releases, and a blade juts out of the pedestal from like where the pedestal has lips over the column part that rises it up, and a blade shoots out, um, stabbing you in the gut.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, the wound isn't very deep or very strong. You take a D4 damage,
okay.
but you need a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Okay.
DC's
Hopefully it's
15.
GURPS death poison.
I
Wow.
see my advantage helps so much.
Nice.
You survived the basic poison.
Yes. So it was worse than basic poison. But yes. So you were cut and stumble backwards. And this there's a blade sticking out of the front of the pedestal now, and it's got some green slime on it.
Ugh. Damn traps. What the hell is this green crap? Fill sticker, get off my shoulders.
Probably poison.
I guess that makes sense. Anyways,
Probably
thing is off.
dying now.
Maybe, but I want that flute, so flute thing.
We need to save you from the poison.
I don't feel like I'm poisoned.
Of course.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it. But for now, what was the poison guarding exactly?
Killdrack. Well, yeah, I guess.
Surely it won't have another trap.
Given that he's already triggered a trap, he's gonna.
Lucas is gonna have a quick look first.
Yes, the there is at the point there's like a thing that's holding up the flutes in a way, so they're standing and they're at an angle, and it's all decorative and things. They're not just lying in there. But Lucas, with your 24 investigation there, notes that the
It's
If
on
you
like a pressure plate, or
if you try and disconnect it, and you are grabbing it in the wrong way, it appears to have a poison needle trap.
Why don't we have the unseen servant collect this? It's going to poison you again.
Well, the poison hasn't worked so far, but I guess that makes sense.
You know, the first drink doesn't
It
knock
takes-
you out. That doesn't mean you just keep drinking forever.
Yeah,
Let's,
no,
Takes
that's fine.
time for your blood to move the poison everywhere.
I don't. Do you want me to conjure up another one, or can we just assume that it followed?
They have a duration of an hour. It's questionable whether or not it's been an hour. I'll just say that it's still on its last legs.
Sure.
And
I mean, that's
yeah.
really all we need.
Otherwise, you're just going to do a ritual casting anyway, and
Exactly.
the current situation isn't time sensitive enough that 10 minutes is going to matter.
Right.
If this was Torchbearer, then I would probably say you need to take another turn. But
yeah, if there's like a wandering monsters table you're
Yes.
rolling on or something.
the mansion is not as filled with monsters as some other dungeons might be. So I'll just let you have it. You
Yeah.
haven't seen Sturvin still there. He's got another couple minutes before the spell duration wears off.
Just
You-
long enough to die for me.
Yeah. So he goes and he pulls the the haunting pipes off the thing. There's like a spring sound as like the pedestal or not the pedestal, but like the display thingy shoots out a bunch of poisoned needles and kind of falls over, and then he hands you the pipes.
Cool. I take them
Yes. You get
and kind of look them over.
Yeah.
I
You-
guess
you get the you look in at them and you see like a little glint of magical light from the bird's eyes. You know that these pipes are magic.
okay. And so you described it as like a flute with two necks.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me see if I can find a picture real quick.
Okay. And I guess my next thing was going to be like, is this something that he would reasonably know how to use already, or
Is it
Oh.
like one of
You said you had like proficiency with if you have proficiency with like any wind instruments, then you got it.
okay, yeah. I should have flutes, if nothing else.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh,
Uh,
okay. I see.
Yeah, like that. Here, I just put them in the roll 20. This is what you're looking at.
Okay.
oh, that thing's cool.
Yeah, that is.
Ooh.
It's a slightly different style since they don't come together into a single mouthpiece, but I guess you'd need to when you're carving them with bone.
Hmm
Yeah. Huh.
Although one of them doesn't seem to have any holes, which is just weird.
hmm
I guess it's supposed to make a steady droning sound that you play over.
hmm
It's an interesting
That
design.
side's for stabilization.
Well, Lucas will say, if playing his favorite song on his double-trapped magic flute in front of the statue of the god of secrets doesn't open the secret passage beneath that statue, I will be very surprised.
Yeah, me too. But I think there was another piece of paper down there.
Oh, what does it say?
Yeah,
Not sure.
the piece of paper here is a is like it was part of the display, like you could read it through the glass.
Mhm.
And it says
Warning: do not touch.
yes,
Very
it does. It
good.
does.
Three
It does say
traps
do
here.
not. It says warning. Do not touch the glass.
There are 3 traps here, and this note is the 3rd trap.
Yeah.
Still grabs eyes,
By
throw
reading this,
blank,
you.
collapses.
And then the room was filled with fire, explosive roads.
No.
Yes. Yes. So you read the bit of paper. It says, "I prepared explosive runes this morning." Boom. No. The after the plea to not touch the glass, it says, the haunting pipes of Fever Swamp. We discovered these on date. While out exploring the western part of the swamp, we had been harassed by a shaman of the Black Feather Clan. They were tailing us for several days, but we got a good shot off on it and took down their shaman while he was trying to conjure up the apex spirit. But we found these on him. When played, they create a very haunting melody. Unfortunately, I was never very good with the flute, but I am quite fond of these. They have a unsettling effect on those who hear them.
Well, that's very interesting.
I see. So since he
Also,
wasn't very
there's
good with the
the-
flute, in order to make the daughter reminded of him so much, we should have someone who can't play the flute play the song.
I wish Gump was still with us. He might be able to tell us more about this.
I wonder actually if Phil Sticker knows anything.
Yes, Phil Sticker, where have you gone?
Oh, I'm standing. I'm here on Gildrak's shoulder.
Oh, yes. I didn't see you behind his dwarven armor. Would you have a look at this flute?
Ooh, yes, we were looking at it earlier.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming that it kind of just looks like any other ritual flute of some swamp people, except obviously magical.
Yeah, specifically, like most of the people in the swamp don't like make shit out of human bones. In fact, most tribes burn the dead so they don't come back as zombies and skeletons and spooky monsters.
Oh, this is an undead flute.
Yeah, so most of them and most of them don't like make things out of human bone. But the thing said the Black Feather Clan, and you remember because Gump told you about those people. Those are the cannibals.
Yeah.
The ones that the other swamp tribes all hate and have been at war with because they keep kidnapping people and eating them.
Yes,
Um,
the outcasted, the enemy clan.
hmm
Well, this is an undead flute, obviously. However, yeah, he reminds them of what Gump told us about the Black Feathers. And he doesn't know of this flute specifically, but of course, nobody talks to the Black Feathers
Hmm. All right.
because
Well,
you
that's
don't want to get eaten.
reasonable. Okay. I guess, given that he just found this awesome magic flute that he doesn't know what it quite does,
It's
Gildrak, I think, is gonna just kind of investigate the rest of the room, especially looking for the songs that were mentioned by the ghost.
Yeah. So you as you explore the rest of the room, there's a few instrument cases with there's one with a mundane trumpet and another with some panpipes, and there's a drum in the corner.
Mhm.
And then there's the standing harp that I mentioned before. And there's a box, and it's just filled with sheet music.
Okay.
And you flip through there, and you find some of the songs that the ghost requested.
Sure. Okay. Now the instruments, though, let's see. I'm pretty sure those are worth a little bit, at least. Maybe not worth the bulk that they are, but
Mhm.
I'm just trying to find them in the book. Of course, it's eluding me.
Mhm. I don't know offhand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure the smaller one, like the trumpet's probably worth your effort.
Yeah, probably. Maybe the drums, but
Mhm.
maybe not. But definitely the trumpet.
Mhm.
I think the harp is going to be far too big.
Probably.
Ah, here we go. Trumpet is not listed. Cool.
Great. Okay, musical instruments. Yeah.
Anyways,
I'll say 10. 10 gold.
okay. Yeah,
It's
sure.
just kind of in the middle of
Yeah,
the road
that
there.
makes sense. So I guess I don't know. I guess I'll grab that and like strap it onto Phil Sticker's back or something.
Okay. Careful
Okay.
not to crush the non-existent globe.
Yeah.
It's very light.
Okay.
Um,
So I guess at that point I'll mention to the others what I found, and its likely use opening the secret entry.
mhm.
Yeah, Silas agrees with Lucas's his comment back there that this really should be the thing that does it. Otherwise, we're kind of out of recourses. So
Well, no, that wouldn't make sense because what if he had a secret lab? He'd want to go into it somewhat frequently, right? So why would the secret entrance be through this thing, this super secured thing that? Oh, whatever.
Well, I mean, obviously he's gonna have an easy way into this stuff.
yeah. Also, do we want to go explore the other 2 rooms on the first floor, or do we want to go straight to the lab first? Or
We should
attempt
finish
it?
exploring the first
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
And you're right, Phil Sticker. It's likely he used some sort of illusion to reproduce the sound when he went to visit it regularly, but this still seems the way.
Okay.
While they wander down there, I'm just going to, because Kildrak isn't one to let promises lie. He's just going to go play a couple of the songs.
Well, I mean, we can't go without you, so I guess we'll all go wait while you do that.
Oh, I thought y'all were exploring.
No,
the,
yeah, we're gonna explore the
I mean, I wouldn't turn down
last
like
2
one
rooms.
person.
Okay,
with
Lucas would prefer not to break the first commandment.
Thou shalt not split the party.
Oh, but we're in a Scooby-Doo style crazy house. Let's do it.
Oh no, I didn't. I should have made a bigger hallway with more doors for Scooby-Doo style shenanigans.
Basically, Kildrak isn't one to not fulfill the promise, so he's going to do it.
So, you go back to the ghost's bedroom.
And to be clear, I'm not doing it on the weird, creepy bone flute. I'm just
Okay.
using a normal one.
And you begin playing the playing the songs, and like after the first one, the ghost she stops sobbing as much, and she watches your performance. And for the hell of it, is there a performance skill?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll that. You do a mediocre job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
You
damn.
didn't have any time to rehearse, and these are human songs you've never encountered before.
Of course.
Right.
It's also D&D 5. A 12 is actually a good roll.
So and when you finish, she says, you're very talented. What's your name?
Oh, it's Kildrak. What's yours?
My name's Ella.
Ella. That's nice.
You seem you're very talented. My father, he would like you. You should meet him.
I would like to meet him. We haven't had the fortune, though.
My father, he tries at music, but he's not the best. But his art, he's very good. She pulls up the journal and she opens it, and she says, "Look at the sketches he's made of the creatures in the swamp." And she turns and shows you like a very nice drawing of a crocodile. It's like a master artist has made this sketch.
That's a superb drawing of a crocodile. I certainly couldn't do near as well myself.
Hmm. And this was the journal my father started keeping when he first started his naturalism studies of the swamp. And she flips through, and there's lots of drawings of there's a drawing of a scumboggle eating cheese, and there's a drawing uh, of uh, of a leech chewer munching on leeches, and she flips through, and well, a lot of the things in the art are things that you know to be terrible monsters.
Mhm.
The artwork in this journal does not have the same revelry of gore that, say, the paintings in the dining room did.
Hmm.
Um,
Could I perhaps take a closer look at some of these?
of course, and she hands it to you.
I'm just gonna, take a look through them.
All right, let's bolt.
And just, I guess, see if there's anything else that jumps out about it.
Mm-hmm. Roll investigation for me real quick.
Oh shit.
You just need a 10.
Oh.
Okay.
Whew.
So this journal, you flip through, and it has notes on seemingly everything, every creature in the swamp almost, and some about the different people of the swamp as well. But you flip back, and on and just inside the inside cover, there are there's the words "The hunt is on," and then it's signed Lord Gottfried.
Hmm. Okay. I guess I'll ask her if she knows what that means. If she knows anything about that.
She giggles. Father would always shout that before he would ready himself.
Strangle me.
What? Oh,
Nothing.
yeah. Father would always shout that before he got his gear together and
Quote
headed
unquote.
out into the swamp.
He seems like
He was quite a excited fellow.
yes,
All of these
He
long
used to be.
pauses.
quite the character. Used to be, you say. What do you mean by that?
Oh, after he returned from the swamp the last time, well, before that, but really the last time, he has become very melancholy and morose.
Was
He spent a lot of time in his room.
was there anything that he mentioned about that time?
I asked him about it, but he would not tell me. He only said that there was something coming, something that would be born. I didn't understand.
That's very strange. Now, did he he was different after that? Did he Is that when he started painting some of the different paintings?
he after that he locked himself in his painting room, and he started making that face. A lot of the other paintings, he started doing those a year ago, but it was that last one that last trip, and then he started that face, that terrible face.
Did he ever mention what that face was?
He said that it was going to be born, but that it would not die. I don't know what he meant.
It sounds concerning. Is there anything else that you recall that he might have mentioned about any of this?
No. He said that I know that he said before he left on that trip that they were going west. There must be something in the western swamp.
That
Something
very-
terrible.
that is useful. That's useful information. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to ask, and you're of course free to say no, but I would like to ask if we could borrow this book for a time.
Roll persuasion.
Where is that? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna roll it, but I've also got the Jack of all trades, which should apply here.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well, fuck, doesn't matter.
Give me your book, you stupid ghost. You don't read it. You're dead.
She says, that's Father's book. I can't just let someone borrow it. You're welcome to read it here, Kildrak, as you are my friend, but I can't let you take it with you.
I understand. And I mean, unless like anything else in particular jumped out, and he's gonna hand it back.
Mm-hmm. You hand it back. She takes it.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information, and it was good to meet you and talk to you.
Thank you, Kildrak. Please come back again.
I will try to do that.
And she stares out the window.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I guess back on to
So Lucas is going to want to know where his book is.
No, Lucas was standing in the hall here at the conversation. He's not going to push on that. He's here to make a map anyway. The book is only secondary. And he'll ask what was in the book. And hearing that it's drawings of creatures and monsters, he'll say, "Oh, that sounds fascinating," and lose interest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess on to exploring whatever's left of the house.
Yeah, those last two rooms, or two, I assume, on the first floor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we need the cheating room and the probably second guest room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They mentioned there's a washroom too, but I don't know if
I think that was just nonsense.
Let's just not open the barrel in the storage room.
Yes.
but so that's gonna open this room.
Okay. So that originally was the lounge, but because I realized they didn't have a washroom when you asked, it's now the washroom.
Alright, so I assume there's nothing of too much note in there then.
Yeah, no. No, nothing of note in there.
Right, and now the cards room.
So yeah, there's a card table in on one corner. This this appears to be a game room of some variety. There's a card table, a set of playing cards and poker chips set out with chairs, of course. There is a dart board. Whether or not that's anachronistic, it doesn't matter because it's D&D. A chess set and a box of wooden figures of animals.
All right. Oh, wooden figures of animals.
Yes.
All right. I figured just because it was shown in the room up above, like probably give the most attention to the card table and just make sure there's nothing strange going on with that.
Mm-hmm. Not really.
Like looking under it and all right.
There's some cards. There's poker chips.
None of them are particularly worth stealing.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
that just leaves us the statue of definitely going to try to murder us when we play this song.
And this is just another back door.
Yeah, that's just a back door. Seems to lead out into the garden area, as well. So, is everyone gathered around the statue?
Yeah.
Let me make sure. Oh, that's the wrong direction. I was like, I remember it being down, but there is no more down.
Yes. Yeah. So you gather around the statue.
I guess let's make this terrible mistake happen. Unless anyone has other ideas.
Nope, we kind of have to do this.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll play the song that's on the scroll with the weird, creepy human pipes.
Well, do the rest of us want to stand back because like it was supposed to have an unsettling effect on us? I don't want us to all like run away in fear.
I'm gonna go
You know,
back
if we're
over.
worried, we could just try to break our way through. We can
I
find
feel
the
like
password for the gunpowder, but
I have a feeling you might have like foreseen someone doing that, and that might go worse for us than doing it the puzzle solving way. That's
If
just
we
my
have
my
the
guess.
solution to the puzzle, we might as well use the puzzle solution.
Assuming that's what it is, but I'm fine with gambling on that at least. In any case, I'll pray Silas makes his will save or whatever happens. So
Hey, Slag, your name is still listed as Defil on the title.
That's because I'm dumb.
Okay. So, Kildrak begins to play the haunting melody. It's as you said before, the one bone without any holes has produces a like constant droning hum, while the other one is played by Kildrak, and everyone within 30 feet of him needs to make a wisdom save. DC 15.
Is it
Including
not
me?
all of us?
Yes, that is all of you.
well, that
Does
could
that-
not have gone much better.
Does that include me?
That does not include Kildrak. Kildrak is unaffected by his own song.
I am almost definitely going to fail this.
Okay.
If
definitely
I had
failed that.
spent stuff, I would have been fine.
So everyone who failed that that check is frightened of Kildrak for 1 minute. You cannot move closer to him, and you have disadvantage on all rolls. But as Kildrak finishes the song, the statue slides backwards 5 feet, ruining the drawing. There's only some of it moved for some reason, and revealing a dark hole in the ground, going with a ladder going down into the darkness. And I think that's a good place to stop for this week.
Yep. Especially because we can't all go in because we'd be moving closer to Kildrak. So.
Yeah.
We might honestly
Yeah.
want to take a break anyway.
Oh yeah.
In character, we might want to camp here for the night. We've used a lot. Oh wait, we don't get a long rest unless we're back in town, do we? Still, a
No.
short rest might be nice.
I think I could use it because I have taken some damage and haven't gotten it fixed. So
All right. A short rest seems fine then to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we should go tell the if we're going to be doing that, we should tell the goblins we're alive, and that we found a maybe.
Well, no, we gotta, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Okay, you can work that out at the beginning of next session though.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the game.
Yay.
Yay.
I hope you all had fun, even if my mansion that I made this morning was a little weird.
No. I was only making fun of it in character. It's a fine mansion, KSB. It was a good dungeon. I didn't mean to make fun of you. That was all about Lucas making fun of this guy, because Lucas is he's from the capital. He's supposed to make fun of provincial lords. I feel it's important to his character.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course.
It's good.
Yeah. So I hope everyone had fun. If there's any feedback anyone has for me about the game, either about this session or the game in general, or anything like that, feel free to share it.
I want to apologize for being kind of. I'm tired.
That's fine.
That's fine. It happens.
I kind of have to deal with this while also, going to school at early in the morning.
That's
So-
painful.
Yeah.
But
There's
I'm
a
only getting
Rimworld.
6 hours of sleep tonight. That's
Yay.
okay. If even that, probably less.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and go.
Okay. Yeah. Good
that's
night.
reasonable. Good night.
Yeah, I might bounce too. I'll catch you guys later.
Well, before everyone leaves, did we get XP? I forget from if we got any money. I forget if we got coins.
I think we only get that if we get the survive.
Oh yeah, back
Yeah.
to town.
Yeah,
Yeah, duh.
You'll get that when you get back to a safe location.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's,
It is
I
not
So far,
entirely
the only
impossible that this mansion might become a safe location for you. Maybe.
That could be cool. But,
But, it is not yet.
unfortunately,
No, it's too moldy.
I don't think we have acquired any coins. The only treasures we've acquired have been books and wine.
think,
which-
and a
There
trumpet.
was some silver.
That still
I'm
counts
not
as
willing
treasure.
to
That
count
still
that thing
gives
as a
XP.
treasure.
It's worth 10 gold. Maybe.
Look, we're not selling your evil bagpipes.
What? No. It was a trumpet.
Oh,
Yeah, there was just a trumpet laying around, so I strapped it onto Phil Sticker's back.
all right.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
more
no,
sense.
the weird, creepy cannibal bone thing isn't treasure, clearly.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it is, but it's
Well, I don't think
not
we're going to
the same.
sell it, but if we still get XP for waving it around over our heads in town, we should do that.
You do. Yeah.
okay.
You still get the gold value of magic items
Okay.
as treasure as XP, even if you keep.
And I mean, it could be useful. We just keep it on the front boat, and if there's an alligator in the way, we'll just get you to honk at it and see if it goes away.
Mhm.
Speaking of, can we mark down that it does cause fear in, what was it, 15 feet?
30 feet, I think.
30. Yeah. The exact mechanical effects is when you play it, it expends. It has 3 charges. If you guys are gonna make a short rest at the beginning of next session, you'll be able to, rub it all over yourself and learn how it works. And yeah, it has 3 charges. You use an action to play them, expending 1 charge. You create an eerie spellbinding tune. Each creature within 30 feet of you that hears it must succeed at a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or become frightened of you for 1 minute. Once you have attuned yourself to it, or that's a specific thing, but so now it's not actually an attunement. But once you know how it works better and aren't just playing it for the first time, you can you can have the effect not affect things that aren't hostile towards you.
Okay.
A creature that fails the saving throw can repeat it at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. So even though it lasts for 1 minute, it probably won't. And once they succeed on the saving throw, they are immune to the effect of the pipes for the rest of the day. And the pipes regain 1d3 charges daily at dawn. So you can use it up to 3 times
cool.
in 1 day. And it
Could it eventually stop hitting allies, or
yeah, once he
is attuned to it?
yeah. So if he's attuned to it, he can block out. He can not affect allies with it.
Well, that'll be
At
really
will.
good. We won't have to run screaming every time he honks at a crocodile.
Yes, because using it for the crocs would be a problem otherwise.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a really fun item.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. I'm gonna end the recording then. Thank you all
Okay.
for listening. If anyone out there is, subscribe. There'll be more, etc. YouTube. I'm bad at it.
This week's word is tiger shark.
Did you say liger shark or tiger shark?
I'll accept
He
either.
said it. Ah!
Ah!
It's not how the secret word works, Sala.
No, someone else has to say it. Someone
Yes.
listening to this.
Someone-
and then we
someone-
all freak out.
Yes, someone in the comments needs to respond with the secret word so we know you're listening and are out
Someone
there.
who isn't in the game.
Yeah, someone who isn't in the game. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just gonna end the recording now.